Summer's almost upon us, and it's about time for a pre-season preview. But didn't I do that already? Well, I figured that I should make a secondary list, one focusing on just new anime. That way if you're not looking for sequels, you can have a wider library to choose from, because in hindsight, after checking the seasonal list, I saw that there are other shows coming out this summer that I want to give some love to. So with all the sequels out of the way, here are what I see as the top 10 most anticipated titles for summer 2023. Let's kick things off now with Classroom for Heroes.
死闘の果ては世界を救った地上最強の勇者。今彼の望みはただ一つ。
So why does this one look so familiar? Yet it's been quite a while since we've had these kinds of Magic Academy like novel adaptations, and it's a pretty welcome sight, especially given how much I love a misfit of Demon King Academy and Akashic Records. This time the setting is at Rosewood Academy, a school for heroes in training, founded by a powerful hero who once defeated the demon lord. In this school that only accepts the best of the best, Honest Flaming, nicknamed the Empress of Flame, stands above them all, and then in comes a light-hearted one named Blade. He seemed to come out of nowhere and showed power that could match her own. Not only is he revealed to be Rosewood Academy's newest transferee, artist has been personally requested by the king to show him the ropes around the academy. Yes, an adaptation of a novel from 2015. Its age really shows in its premise. Not that I'm complaining though, because I like these sorts of stories. While I haven't read the source material, a lot of people in my circles have shown some interest in this. I do think that what we'll be getting here are some fun character dynamics, decent action, cute girl characters. If you're around a decade ago or the heyday of these shows, then here's a throwback for you. Liar Liars in the next spot.
まあそんな順位本気にする必要なんてないか。この世には嘘が溢れてるんだから。
And thus we go back to another academy, a different flavor this time. Though this time, the academy refers to a school the size of an island, where people compete against each other in games. Ranks are at stake, and this is a school where anything can happen, especially since new student hero though beats the strongest in the school on his very first day. Getting the highest rank in record time is a ridiculous feat, but it does come with a caveat. There's actually more to his win. But as they say, a win's a win. It's now up to hero though to push his wits to their limits in order to maintain his rank through lies and bluffs. In a world of lies and games, only the smartest will survive. Liar Liar does have a very interesting setup. It feels like one of those shows that captivates you with a charismatic mastermind led while showering you with eye candy. It kinda gives me a whole no game, no life, or classroom of the elite vibe going into it. Something to look out for if you enjoy all those big brain psychological moments in anime, along with a dash of rom-com. The amply named temple is in rank 8.
女人禁制の仏道修行。これでもう惑わされることはない。頼もう！
There's really something about religious figures and relationships with the opposite gender, with all the oaths and purity of it all. Surprisingly, we don't have much media that deal with the premise, and understandably so. But here comes the temple, ready to give this premise a whirl in the most hilarious and over-the-top way. Arkimitsu, in spite of all of his efforts to be cool, is actually a gloomy loner and finds himself in a compromising situation. It's this situation with a woman that leaves him determined to pursue his sudden new goal, become a Buddhist monk and renounce the ways of the world. Of course things wouldn't be that simple, and it turns out that the temple that he picked to be his base of operations isn't your ordinary temple. It's a temple full of women, which includes the same one he'd found himself filled with impure thoughts over. That is a pretty wild premise, isn't it? Temple is an adaptation of a popular web manga that's sure to leave people in stitches. A comedic romance with a dash of edgy in it is sure to be one of the niche shits this coming season, and if you're not averse to any of those elements, then you should definitely give this one a shot. Up next we have New Saga. After a climactic battle with the demon lord, Kyle emerges victorious, but victory doesn't come without its costs. He himself got seriously injured in battle, and that's not even getting into the casualties. Leading up to this pivotal moment, just when our hero is on the verge of death, he manages to activate a relic that quickly sends him to the past. It's a shocking development, but Kyle decides that this is the best time for him to change the past and avoid all tragedy. Time travel fantasy does always have a cool ring to it, but I found it pretty cool that instead of preventing a bad end, this story subverts the tried and true premise, and instead focuses on our protagonist trying to achieve a different type of victory. As some say, what victory is there if you had to lose everything to get it? And with how easily you can mess things up in the past, it certainly creates an intriguing dynamic that I can't wait to see unfold.
愛する人全てを失った俺もこれでやっと
Help finds its way next on the list.
人間の勇者だと
人間が憎い人間滅ぼそう
Kyle's not the only one who's defeated a Demon Lord. Enter Hulk, humanity's champion and Demon Lord candidate. You see, after the previous Demon Lord's been defeated, the enemies organized a tournament to determine a worthy replacement. Unfortunately, the ceremony to crown the Lord of Demons as none other than Hulk himself, emerging as the favorite to win it all the time. He also can't start ranting about how he hates humanity. Surely something's amiss here, and it's all up to Red Vamiria to uncover the truth behind this enigma of a hero. This light-hearted manga is finally set to come to our screens in the form of an anime. Hulk has a lot of moments, and in its manga form, it does a masterful job of shifting tone. It's definitely something that you have to experience, and you'll see that the crazy premise is just the tip of the iceberg, a teaser to the dramatic moments it has to share with us. Magic Academy season's not over yet, with Reign of the Seven Spellblades.
ならばそのままゆるりと待たれよ
なぜあんなにもその少女に目を惹かれたのだろう
You thought it was all over with Classroom for Heroes, didn't you? Well, how about something similar, which takes a way darker twist then? Yet you wouldn't think that there's anything dark if you took a passing glance at the prestigious Magic School Kimberly. It's an upbeat mood every spring, complete with those parades and celebrations. And that's exactly what Oliver Horn, our protagonist, saw at first. However, the harsh curriculum is the least of his worries, as dark secrets lie underneath the academy, and never is this more evident. When night falls, will Oliver and his newly acquainted friends be able to weather the storm when they come face to face with these secrets? Reign of the Seven Spellblades really ups the ante on the usual Magic Academy story, with its much more mature execution. While it's got all the usual hallmarks of the genre, I really think it will give our fans a fresher take on the genre, one that a number of them will really enjoy. Looking forward to this one.
心のどこかで感じていたのかもしれない
どちらかが生き絶え
人
るまで
が時に運命と呼ぶような
トニトゥールス
予感じみた何かを
決めろ
Dark Gathering is up next, and it's looking real promising.
歩み寄るほどに目指しているまともから遠ざかる気がする僕はこれからやっていけるのか
There seems to be a theme with supernatural powers and people who absolutely want nothing to do with them. It creates a pretty cool dynamic in terms of kickstarting a story, and Dark Gathering is the next example in the long line of supernatural stories, starting off with an unwilling protagonist. In this case, the focus is on Katara, his past traumas, something he's getting help with from childhood friend Aiko. It's a tutoring job that puts him in an encounter with Yayo. Aiko's cousin is complete opposite. The curious Yayo is more than eager to have a share of spiritual encounters, and it's this that appears to be dragging Gudada back into the world he swore to never enter again. The dangers that wait in the spiritual realm seem to be more than what he bargained for far too long. We anime fans have been conditioned to think that the supernatural genre is full of cool scenes, hype action sequences, and the like, so I think it's nice that we'll get a show that goes back to the roots of the genre, the creepy and the dark, as opposed to what we've been seeing from the likes of Demon Slayer. And with the suspenseful atmosphere, Dark Gathering really does an amazing job of putting its audience at the edge of their seats. Let's see how this one translates into the anime format. The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses starts off at top 3.
俺には好きな子がいる隣の席のみえさんそんな彼女がメガネを忘れた
There are only so many ways you can set up a rom-com. That's what I'd like to say. But anime just keeps surprising me with all of these premises. One Meets Girl isn't a rare story, but I'm just amazed by how many ways that plot can get going. In this case, it's all about Guy Day and the girl of his dreams. And what sets off their budding romance? The fact that I started losing her glasses, and our protagonist is there to help her through difficulties. And that's the premise. But don't let the simple way I describe the premise fool you. Okay, the series is one healthy stroke of sweetness, all the way throughout. A lot of cute and charming interactions between our leads and other characters, and its wholesomeness is something that some people just won't get enough of. Just think something like Angel Spore's been rotten a couple of months ago, and you won't, unless have the vibes that the series gave me in its comic form. This is something great to relax with, and it's coming this summer.
小村君に隠れてていい？
小村外野
Zone 100 is the second on the list.
天童明と申します。皆様よろしくお願いします。
Now here's an anime that I feel has got an extra layer of relatability to the newer generation. With how bleak things seem for the youth these days, compared to generations past, it's really hard to look forward to tomorrow. We drag ourselves through life looking to just tick off a bucket list before our eventual passing. Same thing happens to Akira, but maybe all it takes is for one insane incident to change things around in a snap. In this case, a zombie apocalypse, one which pushes all the plans forward and gives Akira some renewed life. Brilliant with excitement more than ever, he rushes out into the city full of zombies, eager to kickstart his life again and finish that bucket list before all hell breaks loose, more than they already have anyway. Zone 100's a promising new seinen title that's set to take the world by storm. It's got this light-hearted atmosphere and quirky set of characters, which I think will make it a hit, with its own charismatic flair to it. Definitely one of the more anticipated titles coming, and it will only keep getting better as the working comedic atmosphere gives way to some hyped seinen sequences down the line.
今日から会社。
Rounding things off is Rurouni Kenshin. Kenshin isn't a new anime, that much is clear. However, it's a remake of a timeless classic, and not a sequel, so I guess it counts here anyway. The anticipation for this is really big, and it's more of a testament as to how fondly remembered the original series is. To be fair, it does deserve it, being one of the pillars of anime breaking cultural barriers back in the 90s. Rurouni Kenshin is next in line in the legacy anime making a return, and the series being reimagined in the modern anime style does make it a very intriguing project, thematically strong, with some emotional moments and hyped fights. I can't wait to see how well Rurouni Kenshin's plot has aged. I also can't wait to see how new anime fans will receive this take on a very good story of redemption. As far as anticipation goes, it's looking really good from my side of things, and the social media circles are made.
人斬りだとしても二度と人斬りには戻らぬ。
If you liked the video, then don't hesitate to check out the rest of what we have in store for you in this channel. Thanks for watching. I wish you a good day.